Welcome back to Breslov campus. A little bit about this period between Purim and Pesach. The Arizal teaches that these 30 days between Purim and Pesach, every Jew in the world leaves 1/30th every day from his personal Egypt until by the night of Pesach he is totally out. B'ezrat Hashem. He's out of all the 30 levels and now he's entered into the light of Pesach. Which means it's a cleansing period between Purim and Pesach. Rabbi Nachman teaches that Purim is a preparation for Pesach. And the first stage he teaches is that from Purim is made para. To explain, the joy of Purim is so intense and so strong and so powerful that it can help a person attain even today what's called the purity of the red heifer. The red heifer at the time of the Beit HaMikdash was used, the ashes were used to purify those people, those individuals who became impure with contact with a dead corpse. Today, with no Beit HaMikdash, we are all of mankind is in the status of this type of impurity. We're waiting, God willing, for the third temple to be rebuilt, and then we'll have again the ashes of the red heifer. The red heifer will again be revealed, and will be offered, the ashes will be burnt, and we can use them to purify ourselves. But on a personal level, to a certain extent, the para aduma also can happen today. This is why Rabbi Nachman teaches we read the parsha of para after Purim. He says, Mi Purim na'aseh para. That as a result of the joy of Purim, we're able to activate some type of purity from the parsha read on Parshat Para. That's the Shabbat right before Rosh Chodesh Nisan, where we read the parsha of Para as a preparation to be able to receive the holiness of the Korban Pesach, the Pesach offering. Even though today we don't have a Pesach offering, we don't have the Para ashes of the red heifer, still, according to our level in our exile, we can experience some taste, which gives us some light, at least, of the Pesach Korban. Even though we're in exile and there's no actual Korban, still we can have some type of purity. Rabbi Nachman teaches, for example, that the para came to purify from somebody who came in contact with tumat met, impurity of a dead person. And since the thoughts of immorality today, which unfortunately are very prevalent, are in the category of death, so in a sense, Purim helps a person to receive the purity of the ashes of the red heifer, to help them in their mind's purity, in the personal purity, God willing. This is a gift from Purim. From the joy of Purim, a person is made to be saved from all types of impure thoughts, which are also called chametz. Chametz, which is leaven, also refers to chimutz hamoach, the souring of the brain, the impure thoughts which are in the brain, which on Pesach we want to reach a level, we've purified our minds that there's no more chametz in our head, there's only matzah, which is pure holiness. So Purim, Rabbi Nachman teaches, is the joy generated from Purim helps a person to reach the purity of the para, so they can experience the holiness of Pesach properly. And he goes so far, Rabbi Nachman, to teach that if a person is truly joyous on Purim, he can be saved from any trace of even physical chametz during the 7 days of Pesach. Because he teaches, and it's brought down, that it's humanly impossible for a person to totally clean his house properly from chametz. Without the intervention of heaven, it is impossible. Even a person who's cleaning everything and doing the maximum and everything to clean everything he has from any trace of crumbs of chametz, it's still a human factor that it's not 100%, and there is that possibility that the person will have what's called mashehu chametz bepesach, a drop of chametz on Pesach. So here Rabbi Nachman teaches that if you invest in Purim properly, namely the joy of Purim, and you force yourself, you work very hard to have a very happy attitude and to be happy on Purim, this is a key for receiving the holiness of Pesach, both on a physical level and especially on a spiritual level.